Okay. Good evening once more. Like I said, I've received their report and I'm very proud. The proudness is not because the report is so fantastic, but because we are making efforts to do something. We are making efforts to get better. We are making efforts to be professional. If you want to be a teacher, you have to teach. You cannot be a teacher by just watching. You have to go out, teach group of students, and over again and again and again, you become a good teacher. If you want to be a project manager, you can't just be watching and become a project manager. You have to, over again, practice to be project manager, do things practically, and you become a project manager. Just likewise, if you want to lose a weight, you can't be going to YouTube to watch people gymming or going to gym to watch. You must go out and participate. By doing that, you'll start losing weight. That's it. If you want to be a footballer, you must enter the pitch. No matter amount of football, La Liga, Premier League, Serie A you've watched, you are not going to be a footballer by watching them. You need to enter the pitch and play. So that's why it's practical. It's better to do it practical than to just keep watching. And that's what I'm trying to make us do. To do everything that is possible, we need to do it practical. So, a little story. There's a lady, she used to be in my class. She don't participate, she don't do anything. And after everything, there's a job she wanted. They wanted most of the job, they will give you project manager, business analyst. At that time, they will give you some tasks to do. She'll come back to me, just I'm one of your students, you know me. I said, but you are never active. Say, can you help me to do that? I'm not gonna do it. I will pay. That's okay, pay. She will pay. I'll help her to do her work. She will submit it, and the work will be good. They will offer her the job. She did it the first time, she succeeded. The second time, she came back. I helped her package everything, the portfolio she submitted. They gave her the job. During the job, they will ask her to do some tasks, deliverable. She'll come back, she'll beg me, I'll do it for her. But it came to the extent that even the work I do for her, she cannot, defend it at workplace. Business analysis is a customer-facing role. You can't just submit deliverable without talking about it. You need to talk to the stakeholders about what you've done by presentation. And you cannot present a work that is not your work. At this point, she couldn't cope again, and that's how she'll be losing her jobs. So that is a little story. So it's left for you to conclude. Okay, who is going first? Which team? I'm not gonna call any team to whoever is ready to present. Okay, Okute Blessing, you are raising hand, you are presenting for your team. Enugu. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And while presenting, you need to put yourself on camera. We need to see our face as we are presenting. You can't be presenting and hiding your face. For others, if you are not in a comfortable position to put on your camera, while Blessing is presenting, go and start organizing yourself, because you cannot be doing blind presentation. Thank you. We have 5 minutes to do your presentation. You can share the screen. You already have given everybody access to share the screen, so you can. We're waiting for you.
Sir, please, could you pardon me? I don't have lights here.
You don't have light.
There is a national grid issue.
Yes, sir.
National grid issue where?
In Nigeria, sir, in Nigeria.
So there is no light in the whole of Nigeria.
No, just in most parts.
And some. There's light.
Like our own side, there is no light.
Well, if you are dodging to present without light, like you see, I've made a little story and I said it's left for you to judge. So if you want to do anyhow, I'm giving you opportunity for a best practice. But if you turn the best practice to worst practice, that is all out. That's their business. You can go on and do your presentation. We always have excuse, you know, for not doing things the right way. But I will never condone that. So whatever thing you want to do, you can do.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Charles. Please, can everyone see my screen?
Sure, we can see a screen.
Yes, we are seeing it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so welcome to Southeast Weekly Project Status Update. And with me on this presentation will be Chinyere from Southeast Group. Let's get started. We have project overview, project summary, milestone status, risks and issue management, next step, and additional notes. These are what you'll be seeing at the course of the presentation. So from the project status or project update report, this is an introduction. Date, September 23rd to October 22nd, 2024. Project name, Nearest Expansion Project. Project manager, Southeast. Project sponsor, Mr. Charles Ogu. Reporting period, from initiation to execution phase. The reason why we captured this like this because we have not done a formal, like we have not presented formally like this using this document. So that's why I captured from initial to execution phase. The next section, project overview, item, description, project, planned on how to reach the selected influencers, objective, to enable us kick off project execution, current phase, execution phase, start date, August 26, 2024, end date, December 25th, 2024. Next section, progress summary. We have item, status, and comments. Under the item, we have scope. Is our project on track? Looking at the scope. Now the comment is still on the goal of increasing Neras.com by 50% within the first year of expansion. Schedule. Are we on track? Of course, we have been held meetings Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for proper execution. Budget. The budget is not well stated for now because we have not looked into budgeting. Quality. Status. The quality of our project is good. There is much improvement from the end of Southeast Group. Resources, adequate. This cannot be justified because we are progressively getting close to utilizing resources. That's the comment.
So what do we mean by project schedule, holding meeting? So, or what does that mean?
Okay, so our project schedule here is like the meetings we have had pertaining the progress of the project?
I think Shedo should be talking more about the timeline within your reporting. But carry on, let me not interrupt you because we don't have time.
Okay, sir, thank you. The next section, this is where I'll be ending, and then my colleague will be taking on from risks and issue management as soon as I'm done with milestone status. Milestone, planned completion, actual completion, status, comments. Initiate phase, planned completion, August 26, 2024. Actual completion, August 27. Status completed. Comments, all deliverables were submitted for review to the project sponsor. Planning phase, planned completion, December.
Okay. One more feedback from me. On the issue of milestone, I don't think a phase. There should be an item which, when you reach at that phase, and that should be captured within, if it's my initial stage, there should be a deliverable. When we reach that deliverable, for instance, when we create a project charter, that can be called a milestone, meaning that at this point, these projects have been authorized to start. That is a milestone. We can't say a phase. What if we didn't achieve anything in that phase? What are we meant to achieve in that phase? A phase is just a phase. It doesn't mean capture any item we've achieved in that phase. You know? So carry on. Just my observation.
Noted, sir. Thank you. The planning phase, September 25th, 2024. That's the planned completion. Actual completion, we have September 28, 2024. Status completed. Comments, all deliverables were submitted for review to the project sponsor. Execution phase, planned completion, October 8, 2024. Actual completion, December 25th, 2024. Status in progress. Meetings are consistently held every Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday as regards to the execution phase. So here I'll still be sharing my screen, then my colleague by name Chinyere will continue from here. Thank you.
So,
Good evening.
I don't think, okay, you'll be sharing the screen and the Chinyere will be reading from your screen. Is that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. But let us be mindful of the timing.
Good evening, everybody. So in continuation, I'm continuing from the risk and issue management. So we have risk/issue, description, impact, mitigation/resolution, and we have the status. We've captured some issues and some risk here, the major risk, and one of the issues is unavailability of team members for weekly meetings. It was high, the impact was high, but we have tried to mitigate on that, reaching out to the team members, and there's been a very good turnout from that. Okay. Then another very imminent risk we have now that we've captured now is miscommunication about the status reports and presentation, which was exactly what happened in our last week meeting. But we have actually mitigated that by all team members agreeing that before the meeting we would communicate properly, select the specific team members for presentation, and all other team members would be ready in case of unforeseen circumstances. The risk, that was an issue. Then that was an issue we captured. Then the second risk, which is also very high now that we've captured, is slow influencers outreach as regards to visiting our selected influencers. Our mitigation and plan is all team members agree that we should all be ready with our feedback before our Saturday meeting. The next steps, activity, who is responsible, due date and comments, creation of status reports, which Okute Blessing was responsible for. Get the document ready before 7 p.m. 10th of October 2024. Presentation of the status, which is currently ongoing, was responsibility of Blessing and Chineye to represent the group. Intensive background check of all influencers, of all influencer ties. This is the responsibility of all Southeast team members. All team members should be ready with their feedback before Saturday 26th of October 2024. Visiting of selected influencers. This is also the responsibility of all team members. And the time the due date for that should be 20th of December. 1 month duration. That's what we're giving for that. Campaign outreach to schools falls on all team members as well. Campaign outreach to the government official and agencies on all team members. And the timeline for this, for both activities, the comment for both on both activities is in a month and 2 weeks' time. Extension of the project timeline, responsibility of the project sponsor. Request for extension of project timeline has been approved by the project sponsor. Additional notes. We are suggesting that we can give an opportunity to the influencers to be ambassadors of Nearas.com project expansion for a duration of 2 to 3 months for us to get the kind of value we want for the success of this project. Thank you.
All right. Well, this a nice presentation from the Southeast people. You see the coordination between the two presenters is well harmonized. That's what we call teamwork. You know, I really appreciate their team efforts. The only thing is just like few areas where like they couldn't capture the milestone because they do not understand. And that is why it's important for you to come out and do it. So we see where there is lapses and make correction. If we have been doing this over and again, by now everybody must have known how to capture milestones and things like that. But that is very good presentation. So keep it up. I'm impressed. I know as we proceed, we'll get better. I see everything we've captured, even the additional note, which is suggestion. We'll look into all of them. Thank you. So you can stop sharing now, Blessing, so that we'll have another team. Well done, Southeast. Blessing.
Thank you, sir.
Both of you really did well. That is very good.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Charles.
Okay. Jane, you want to present for which group?
For Abuja, sir.
Okay. Good.
Yes,
all right.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Charles.
Are you putting on your camera or are you presenting blindly?
I've been having a challenge with this, my camera, sir. I was even in a Zoom meeting earlier and I could not access it. There's a problem with my camera. I've been trying several.
You need to go and fix it.
Yes, sir.
Because you know that you are a remote worker and this is your office. So,
yes, sir.
Okay, carry on.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
This is the weekly report for the weekly status report, project status report for Abuja. And we are basically kicking off, summarizing our past weeks. Activity, which basically was our raid log and tidying up our influencer lists. So as we all know, the name of the project is the Nearas.com Nigerian market entry. And our sponsor is Mr. Charles. And this reporting period is for the week gone by, which commenced from the 16th to today. So I'm reporting on what we have done so far. Not to take up too much of our time, we're already familiar with the project description, but let me just run by quickly. This project, hello? Is someone saying something?
Yeah, please, if you are not presenting at the point there is a presenter, even if she's not getting it, leave her alone. You can't be telling her what to do or telling her what is that is distraction. So if you have agreed for somebody to present, just mute yourself and allow the presenter to present, because anything you are doing when the person is presenting is distraction.
Thank you, sir. So the project aims to successfully launch Nearas.com, a social media platform, into the Nigerian market, and it also aims to attract a significant user base and establish a strong brand presence. The major objectives are listed therein: to achieve 500,000 new users on the platform within the first 6 months of the launch, and also establish the platform as a leading social media platform in the country. We also hope to increase the revenue of the platform by $1 million in the first year of its launch. Now we are currently in the execution phase, and the project start date is August 22nd, 2024, and we hope to round up in November of 2024. Our scope, well, we have tried. I think we are on track, and our project is consistent with the original plan. The schedule was a bit delayed due to some constraints, but the timeline was extended. For the budget, we do not have explicit information on the budget. It's yet to be disclosed, so Mr. Charles will do so in due time. The quality is, of course, good, even though there have been some little challenges with accessing the platform. We've recorded them below. For resources, I would say the major issue we have pertaining resources is the insufficiency in terms of human resources. Now, working as a team, all hands need to be on deck, and it has become a major challenge for all of us to collaborate on the project in our team. Quite a large number actually have been unavailable to collaborate and work together. So that has been telling on the group. So in that aspect, we'll say that there's insufficient human resources, since we are not privy to the budget. So we can.
I hope you are monitoring your time.
Yes, sir. For our milestones, the first on the list is our influencers list has been compiled, and the second is the risk assessment, which we have completed as well. And the platform localization, which is the third, is in progress. Pertaining to risks and issues, we've outlined the following: difficulty and lag in accessing the platform. users have experienced, team members have experienced lag when they're trying to log on to the platform, and some are even not able to access it at all. So the mitigant for that is we suggest that load testing and real-time performance monitoring tools be implemented. Then delay in the project timeline. Okay, for the first risk I just mentioned is still open, so it's yet to be resolved. And the delay in the project timeline has also been resolved in that the timeline was extended. The other risk is absenteeism of our team members, which affects overall teamwork. But we have escalated to the leadership, and we hope that solutions will be preferred. But we are working with the number that we have, and we hope to achieve our goal. Our next steps are project documentation for the execution phase and to continuously update our read log and our lesson learned reports. So that will be all for Team Abuja this evening, sir.
Jane, that's a good presentation, and that's a bit professional because you are quite calm and your tone is very calm. So it means it seems to be on top of what you are doing. Although the risk you captured, I dispute some of the first risk, saying the platform, the users cannot log into that is a risk, which anyway, I wasn't aware of that anybody is having challenges logging into the system. But
yes, sir, it was recently noted.
Is a good presentation. So well done. Well done, Jane and Team Abuja. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So let's have another group. Another group who is presenting next.
Good evening, Mr. Charles. This is
Uchechukwu from which team?
South, sir.
Uchechukwu, okay. Okay, Uchechukwu can have the floor. Uchechukwu, we are waiting.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Okay.
Open. Okay, good evening once again.
So please, we already, some of these areas like the project, the first that captures project manager, we can skip that and go into, because we already know some of these, so it will help to reduce the timing and wasting of time. So
okay, sir.
Cool. You can just go down straight to the project overview, or even project overview, already know, but it's good to see how you capture the project overview.
Okay, once again, my name is Blessing Uchechukwu. I'm presenting for Team South. Okay, moving forward to the project overview. Project description: NERAS, an emerging social media platform aimed at increasing its user base by targeting Nigerian markets. The objectives are: achieve 500,000 new users registered on neras.com in Nigeria within the first 6 months of launch. The second, increase brand awareness and engagement in the Nigerian markets. Third, generates revenue through marketplace transactions, subscriptions, and advertising. 4, gather user feedback to inform future updates and improvements to the platform. So the current phase we are in now is the planning phase. Start dates 22nd of August 2024. End dates is still open. Then for project summary, the scope, we say we are on track. Market research and marketing strategy has been successfully carried out. The schedule is delayed and we request for time extension. Budgets, for now, we say not applicable because for now, there is no budget proposition. Then the quality, we say is okay, is good. No bugs has been detected. The resources, we say is adequate. We have sufficient resource person to carry out these projects. Then the milestones here, we have the project plan, which we have completed. Comment, okay. We also conduct market survey analysis, which we have completed also. Then for the execution phase, we have not started and no actual completion dates has been set. Then for the risk and issue management, from our last week risk and issue management, we had network issues from team members, which leads to the inability for team members to participate actively during meeting. This impact is high, and the mitigation here is team members are to have access to multiple network providers. So we have discussed this in our team, and then we all have agreed to at least provide one extra other network providers, and this has been closed. Then the second on the list is fear of rejection by the influencers. The description here is lack of influencers partnership could significantly slow down platform adoption and growth, reducing the effectiveness of marketing strategies and reducing user engagement. This is medium. Why we say it's medium? Because you have already provided us with the templates that can be used to send a sort of letter to these people, reducing anxiety around what to say and how to frame our outreach. This helps ensure that everyone is consistent and feels supported during influencers' engagements. So this particular risk has been closed. Then engagement risk. Low engagement from influencers. Like some of our influencers within our locality, South, like the person, Jemena. Jemena is, she has a high influence, high followers, but have low engagements. She had low engagements on her own track. So the mitigation here is that instead of looking at those influencers who has much followers with low engagement, we can actually consider collaborating with the micro influencers that has maybe, let's say, 5K to 50K followers, who typically have more authentic and engaged audience relative to their platform targets markets. Then geographical location of team members. This can lead to failure of few members in meeting together physically as a team, which will affect the robust awareness. We say that this is high. So the mitigation here is that meetings should be hybrid, where members of each zone meet together via Google Meet at the same time. It's still open because we have not agreed at the set time for this. Although this weekend we have planned to have a concrete agreement towards that. Then the next step are our outdoor meetings. The person responsible here is Shehufumi Obasa. So the due date is on the 26th of October, 2024. That's by weekend. This will be concluded by weekend. Then the next one is pending approval. Okay, we've sent time extension to Mr. Charles, which we are waiting approval. Then influencers outreach. Everyone is involved here. The completion date is not set. We are all in progress because we have to reach some universities. Like me, I have contacted someone here in Uyo. So she said that she's going to get to a higher person. So I'm still waiting for her feedback. But from now till weekend, I will call her again for a follow-up. Then additional notes. From the market survey we had, leadership. So the team has set a rotational list for leadership. Then university outreach. Mr. Vincent mentioned that he is already in discussion with some high-level authorities at the university regarding the adoption of NERAS. Esther Obasi shared that based on her inquiries, the most effective way to approach universities in this manner would be through the student union government. She suggested that the best office to engage would be that of the social director, who could then communicate the proposal to the university's higher authorities. Then for our market research analysis, we conducted a market survey where we had a sample of 71 respondents. And these are some of the results we got after the analysis. Where for those who are professionals, they are frequent users. Professional in the sense that, like let's say Vicky James, who is into fashion and designing, those kind of persons, they are more frequent on social media. Others are business owners who are second on the list, who probably use this media to...
Blessing, you have points, but we don't have time. You know that.
Okay. Okay, then the gender, a good number of female responded to this survey. Then for the demography, the age brackets 25 to 34 are more active on social media, followed by the age 34 to 55 and 15 to 24. Thank you. These are some of the screenshots gotten from the application that we used for the analysis. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Lesson, you try to be so detailed, which is very good, but it's just that we don't have much time because others need to present as well. That's quite very good. Well done, team South and Blessing that have presented. That's a good presentation. That's good. So let's have another team.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Blessing, you can stop sharing so that
Hey, Jesus. But how will I not able to see my video? Yes, I'm
Good
sorry.
evening, Mr. Charles.
I hear you.
Okay. Selimat, you're presenting for which group?
I'm presenting for the Southwest group.
Okay, Selimat.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Selimat, and I'm representing the Southwest group. So here we have our weekly project status update, and we have the table of contents. That is, these are the things we'll be discussing in the course of this presentation. Just we are all aware, the project name is NERAS Expansion for Southwest Group. And the project manager, Mr. John. We chose to write Mr. John because he's our team lead. The project sponsor, Mr. Charles. This is what everyone is aware of. And I'm reporting for the period of 8th of October till today, 23rd of October 2024. So for this project, the description is the expansion of NERA's platform with 40,000 active users in Southwest. And our objective is to increase NERA's platform by 40,000 active users. We are currently on the execution phase. We started this project on the 25th of August 2024, and we intend to end the whole project by 30th of November 2024, just like we can see it on my screen. Now, the project summary. Based on the project summary, we have the scope. Yes, we are on scope. We are on track. We are currently within the scope of the project, which is to increase the NERA's platform by 40,000 active users in the Southwest. Schedule, we are on track. Although we experience minor risks which make the project to be rescheduled, our project manager, our project lead, has reached out to the sponsor, and we have gotten an approval. So that's why I said we are on track. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
All right, sir. So budget, we earlier identified this as a risk because we are not clear about the project, and we have also forwarded this complaint to the project sponsor for action. But we believe that the project sponsor is capable, so that is why we say we are on budget. The quality of our project so far seems good. Everything looks good. And resources, yes, our resources is adequate. We have, even though we are not much in our group, the little human resources that we have, we believe we are good to go. So our resources is adequate. Now, moving on to milestone status for this reporting period. The milestones that we have been able to achieve is to get in contact with influencers in Southwest. During our research, we discovered that majority of our influencers, they have moved, they have relocated. But fortunately, we were able to get in contact with one, and that is in person of Odunlade Adekola. So we are in communication with him currently. And our second milestone is individual video adverts. I would explain better on this when we get to the risk phase. We intend to finish this individual video adverts by 29th of October 2024. So since we are still working on it, we do not have an actual completion date yet, and the status is that it's in progress. And team members are currently working on this. Everyone is aware, and we are currently working on having our individual video adverts.
So the milestone you captured here,
yes, sir.
Is it captured in your project plan?
No.
So how can it be a milestone? How can you capture that is not in the project plan as a milestone?
One of it is in the milestone, is in the project plan, that is getting of influencers. Is in the milestone.
Milestone should be deliverables from the project plan. Only if people do not have a project plan. But I know that,
sir.
Okay, so that
all
is
right,
correction. I see all of you are struggling with this milestone stuff. So the milestone should be to understand where you have, what you have achieved within your project plan. Where are you? What are the key things you have achieved? Key success factors you've achieved based on, like I said earlier, you've successfully gotten a project charter which has authorized the project. That can be called a milestone. And that your project plan has been approved means that you can start using these are some of the things you see is a key progress. So carry on because of time. Just quickly, because I will not be able to give feedback. That's why I'm giving feedback while you are presenting.
All right, sir. That was well noted, sir. So risk and issue management. For this reporting period, we identified a risk, which is that team members are unable to meet physically due to distance. We are far away from each other. So we captured the impact of this risk as medium, and the mitigation plan we have is that each member will create a 1-minute video which will be merged together as if we are in a location. This has been forwarded to you, sir, and you give your approval, and that is why we have the status as closed. So risk number 2 was that we were unable to find an influencer for the campaign, but that has also been closed. However, we also, with the mitigation plan we had in place, was that we engage our neighbors, families, and friends and talk to them as far as we could. And but when we later found out that Odunlade Adekola is within our region, the risk has been closed. And the third risk we identified during this reporting period was that we discovered that we are unable to meet up with the initial timeline for the project due to some members being sick and some were unavailable. So this is a high impact risk, and the project lead has formally requested an extension from the project sponsor, which has also been granted. Now, the next steps we are looking at in this project is a CRM implementation. One of our team member, Mr. Alex, is responsible for this, and we plan to close this by 31st of October 2024. Also, the video adverts that I talked about earlier, every team member is responsible.
Hang on. Next step, how is CRM part of this project?
Okay, sir, in my opinion,
we are talking about expansion project, then you are talking about another project. What should be the next step within this project? You are presenting for the current week. As a matter of fact, that's one of the mistakes some of you made. But the main thing is that, yes, we are just starting. When you are giving a project weekly, should be what you've done that week, what you have captured that week. That is weekly. And then next step should be what you plan to do next week. Now you are telling me about CRM projects. How does CRM, do we have any CRM captured as part of our deliverable in this expansion project? The answer is no. So it's just an feedback while you are presenting.
All right, sir. Well noted, sir. Thank you, sir. So the next activity that we are currently looking to execute next week is the video advert. Since we have gotten an approval, we intend to have it ready by next week. Although the due date is the end of the month, but we intend to have it earlier than that. And all team members are currently tidying up loose ends on this. So we do not have any additional thing to talk about, and that brings me to the end of the presentation, sir.
Thank you, Selimat. You did excellent job in your presentation. The only thing I noticed is some of the things that are not within the project deliverables you capture, but the way you presented is good. So I want you people to go back to your project plan and work with it, because from your presentation, you guys are not working with the project plan. So you go back with the project plan and work with your project plan. Follow the project plan, because quick observation just show that what you presented is just you guys are working, but you are not following the plan. So that is why it's good to make this kind of presentation for me to be able to pick where the team having challenges. But in terms of presentation from you, that is very good.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then let's have Mercy Akpan. Mercy.
Good evening, Mr. Charles. Yes, sir.
Are you presenting for which group?
Good evening, Mr. Charles. Good evening, everyone. Mercy Akpan, representing Team Rivers.
Okay.
I'll be sharing my...
Rivers, please,
Yes, sir.
Mercy, I'll be very happy if you can be very fast.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. You can carry on.
Okay, so I'll just go straight to the project overview.
Okay, that's very good.
Keep track of time. Okay, so for the project description, what we have is to launch Neras in the Nigerian market and attract a significant user base. And our objectives, we have increased Neras.com's user base in Nigeria by 50% within the first year of expansion. Sorry. Secondly, to generate $1 million in revenue from the Nigerian market within the same period. And lastly, to establish Neras.com as a leading social media platform in Nigeria. Our current phase, currently we're on the execution phase. We started the project on 21st of August and we intend to round up on the 23rd of November 2024. For our scope, we are on track. Let me just mention that this report is covering the period of last week to today.
Thank you, Blessing, for putting on your video.
Merci,
that
sir.
is an added point for you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, for the scope, we're on track. And the comment is to create a user-friendly, interactive, and secure social media platform that connects people, fosters meaningful relationships, and promotes community engagement. This is because we are looking beyond the influencers. We also want the people that don't have followers to be able to identify with Neras platform. Secondly, we have the schedule. Our schedule is delayed and our team lead, Saratu, has requested for extension, which was approved by the project sponsor. For the budget, we are on budget and we are hoping that it will be made available by the sponsor as promised. Our project quality is good because risks are being mitigated and closed as identified. And for the resources, I'll say we have adequate resources because we've been onboarded on Freedcamp and Neras platform, and we encourage ourselves to use it so that we get first-hand knowledge of the product we are about to push to the community and to Nigeria as a country. It's ideal that we know what we want to sell to the people. And Mr. Charles, as project sponsor, has made it available by onboarding us.
There's something I want to point out when we talk about resources. In a project, some of the major resources we are talking about, human resources, material resources as well. In our case, this is a pure IT project, and we have enough resources. We have project managers, we have business analysts. These are the resources.
I wanted to come to that too. I wanted to talk about the human resources also. Yes. So for the human resources, the entire team is working together. All hands are on deck to see that we achieve this project within the period we have stated earlier. Everyone is active, everyone is actively involved. And for the milestones we achieved within the week, we identified influencers in Rivers State. We had a target of achieving this on the 15th of October and we were able to complete that. We have a comprehensive list of influencers from different platforms we have been able to compile. And secondly, we try to reach out to a few of them within the week. Some of them ask that we get in touch with them through their managers, that they can't talk to us directly because they have managers, that we have to go through their managers, except for one who agreed to see us, but that we have to send him a comprehensive letter, stating what Neras is all about, what he stands to gain before he can initiate any form of discussion with us. So that will work on by the time by the time we meet on our next meeting date. Then thirdly, we secured a venue for our fiscal meetup. We had a plan to secure it on 19th of October and we're able to complete it. The venue for the fiscal meeting was secured. And fourthly, we'll be having our meeting on the 26th of October, that's this Saturday by 1 p.m. Since we've secured the venue, there's no need keeping wasting time about that. It's better we just do it, and so that we can continue to move forward on a faster pace, given that the initial time to end the project we couldn't meet up. Therefore, our risks and issue management, we have 3 risks and 1 issue. The first risk is unavailability of venue for physical meetings. That was what it had high impact on us, because most of the time before now, I think the first time we met was when we had the condolence visit, and it wasn't everybody that was able to come up given the short time of notice. But we had to, and another thing, given the security issues in Rivers State, we needed a secured place that is also affordable. So we had some list of places, we had venues listed out, and then one of us took it upon ourselves to go and make inquiries to ensure that the security we need is intact and the place is also affordable. So we've been able to get it, and that has been closed. The second risk is low engagement with promotional materials. We also realized recently, the lady in charge of the outfits, Nearest Outfit, shared a list of those that have paid, and we saw that we have not really done anything concerning the promotional materials. We cannot say we are going out for marketing when we are not branded. Branding is has a key role to play when it comes to outreach. So we've encouraged each other to try and procure the branded outfit so that we can be market ready before we go out for our campaign. And those t-shirts can even be worn when we have our subsequent meetings, our subsequent meetups. The third risk,
I find out there is a really low turnout in the branded outfits. A lot of us are not taking it seriously, but it's good for me. Know that it's going to impact on your performance when you are going out for outreach or meeting. If they are not going to take you seriously, is a sure risk that, because anyway, I didn't want to make it compulsory, but I just want to point out that for those who are not taking it seriously, know that is one thing that is going to bring down your performance. Carry on, Blessing. Mercy, sorry.
Thirdly, personal technical challenges for some team members and low turnout during meetings. We attached medium to it as our impact. The team members, we encourage to ensure that they have alternative network providers to enable them switch when we're having online meetings. And for those that have a cogent reason to be absent, we also expect that they send an apology or they try to contact the team lead on time, so that we will not mark them, we will not see them to be unserious. So whether you're not coming for meeting, I think the right thing to do, we will not know what is wrong if you don't reach out to us. So I think, we encourage ourselves to always reach out whenever there is any issue of intended absenteeism. Then lastly, we have issue. Benefits of influencers not sufficiently detailed to capture their interest. The impact is high. We should enhance our proposal by providing more detailed information instead of simply listing the shares. Influencers need to understand the full scope of their benefits, because they keep the ones who've spoken to, like the person that even agreed to talk to us one-on-one, he's still insisting what is the monetary value, narrow it down to Naira and Kobo. And we're like, sir, we're going to we'll come back since you've agreed to listen to us by collecting our documents. We'll make the document ready, and then we'll give you to study it before we can have a healthy interaction. Okay, so our next step is to commence the execution stage. The entire team is responsible, and we're looking at 23rd of November, 2024. Secondly, we keep emphasizing the encouragement of branding, because branding tells the person, when someone sees you, and you have a write-up on you, the person reads what you're carrying first before the person tries to want to know who you are. I give credit to the banks. They always do that. You see a banker going from place to place trying to open accounts. They don't just walk and say, I work in First Bank. You always see them identified with their t-shirt even before you look for their ID cards. So branding cannot be overemphasized. We are still encouraging not just our team, but the entire class to make efforts to pay for the t-shirts and the face cap, or at least the t-shirts. Lastly is user acquisition and awareness campaign. The entire team is involved. We'll continue to make efforts in reaching out to the identified influencers. And there's another thing that we did not add here that we're intending to do. We can talk to even our young ones. There's a way you can get someone, I think there's a link you can send to somebody. The person can actually join Neras using your link. I discovered that while I was playing around on the Neras platform. So we don't only have to wait for influencers. Let's also start talking to these young people. The same way they love to use to go and Discord and others. It's also good that we talk to them and get them to get the app on their phone and subscribe to the Neras platform. Additional notes. Yesterday was Late Sydney's service of songs, and some of us were there to represent the Digital Technology Business School. Last night at 5 p.m. The program was held yesterday evening, and some of us was there, and we were also asked to send in a tribute on behalf of the school so that they can add to the burial program. That we have also done. Thank you, sir.
Blessing, sorry, keep on calling
Mercy.
you. Mercy, I keep on
Mercy,
calling
sir.
you. Sorry. You
okay,
just made an outstanding presentation.
Thank
and
you,
another thing, this last the way you guys represented us within the Sydney family and activity is quite commendable.
Thank you,
And
sir.
I love your presentation, and every other person presented well, but you are quite good. Yes, because well, maybe it's because I'm seeing your face and seeing how calm your face, and you know there is this connection when you are seeing the person presenting and both of you are connecting. That is why we have a camera. We have this is a video chat, not if you are not putting your video, it's no longer a video chat, and there is no connection. So that is very good. Keep it up, Mercy and
Team Rivers.
Team Rivers. Very
Thank
good.
you, sir.
Yeah. So other team, please be fast. We don't have much time.
Hello, Mr. Charles.
Yes.
Okay,
Christy, you are the next on the line. No,
yes,
it's Christy, not you, Hope. I can see you from here.
Good evening, Mr. Charles.
Good evening.
Yeah, let me share my screen, sir.
Okay. Christy, well done. The way you've been carrying your team is like you are the only one in that team, but I'm recognizing, I just want to tell you that I'm quite recognizing what you are doing for the team. You're carrying everybody on your shoulder, and it's not fair that there is a team and only one person is feeling like, yeah. So it's not proper. I want others to come out and join you and let everybody within your team be visible, just like you.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I don't know. Can you see my screen now? Is it sharing?
I can't see your screen.
Anybody on the outside platform, can you share for me? As if I have a little challenge with sharing. I shared it on the platform. Anybody on the outside platform? So I'll go to somebody else. Let me talk to them so somebody else can share.
Okay. Hope, can you take over?
All right. Good evening, Mr. Charles.
Good.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, I will be presenting for Lagos team.
Okay, Lagos.
This is our weekly project status update templates, but I'll go to the project overview just to save time. Our project description: this project aims to successfully launch Neras.com, a comprehensive social media platform in Nigerian market, with the aim of attracting a significant user base and establishing a strong brand presence. Our objective: number one, short-term goal: achieve 500,000 new users registered on Neras.com in Nigeria within the first 6 months of launch. Then the second one, long-term goal: increase revenue to $1 million in 1 year. Thirdly, establish Neras.com as a leading social media platform in Nigeria. Our current phase is execution phase. Our start date was August 21st, 2024.
Do you know you are not sharing your screen?
Oh.
Are you aware of that?
Sorry, sir.
Or is it only me?
No, sir. It's the same.
We can't
We can't.
No, we can't see.
We can't see it.
We can't see it.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
No. Okay, it's coming up now.
Okay. Okay, let me start.
Yeah, we can see it now.
What we are seeing is your WhatsApp. Maybe you are sharing
your WhatsApp.
You are sharing the wrong screen. Please, everybody, close your eye. You don't have to look at somebody's WhatsApp. This is private content. Everybody, close your eyes. You can, put it away. Yeah, that is private content and we didn't see anything.
Exactly, sir.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
It's coming up.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Can see your screen.
We can see it now. Yes.
Yes, where?
All right. Sorry for that, please.
Speed up because of time, so that
okay. Okay, the project overview. Project description: this project aims to successfully launch Neras.com, a comprehensive social media platform in Nigerian market, with the aim of attracting significant user base and establishing a strong brand presence. The objective of the project is short-term goal: achieve 500 new users registered on Neras.com in Nigeria within the first 6 months of launch. Long-term goal: increase revenue to $1 million in 1 year. Thirdly, establish Neras.com as a leading social media platform in Nigeria. Our current phase is execution phase. Our start date is August 21st, 2024. The end date is November 23rd, 2024. Our progress summary. Scope: we're on track on scope. The project,
like I said, you guys, what you guys are presenting is the overall project update. Like going forward, while we are doing weekly updates, is that you are presenting like the current weekly. The date should capture what you are presenting. So we want to understand what you have done for the week, and should capture the week. So every week should carry a start date. That it should be, it's not when the project starts, the entire project starts, and when the entire project ends. We know that. We want to understand what you have achieved within the week, your challenge within the week, and what you plan to do. That is, you are presenting weekly status updates. Carry on.
All right, sir. Scope: we're on track. The project is in alignment with the original plan. Schedule: delayed. Our schedule is delayed. The timeline was extended. which we applied for extension and it has been approved. Our budget is on budget. The budget has not been allocated. Quality is good quality deliverables. Our resources is inadequate. We don't have enough resources for the project. Our milestone.
Why is the resources inadequate? Don't you have, because I know Lagos have more workforce. We have more project managers, more business analysts. So why is the resources inadequate?
Okay, the resources is inadequate because we've been experiencing low turnout from team members, which has been on one of our major risks that we've been experiencing. So it's just few persons
we should inactive members, like we'll talk about it. I know you guys have been submitting attendance and we should be taking it seriously. You know, carry on.
Our milestone. The first milestone is project plan finalized and team members assembled. Then the comments, project plan finalized and approved. Secondly, pre-launch marketing campaign executed and influencers tier waitlist generated. Comment is completed, marketing campaign launched successfully and the influencers list documented. Thirdly, Neras app publicly launched with initial media and users engagement. This one we've not started it, and our plan was to do aggressive marketing campaign towards significant user acquisition. The fourth one is 500,000 users achieved. This one we've not started it. Risk and issue management. Number one risk we encountered in this project is delay in project timeline. And the impact is
Blessing, if you have any risk that is still open, just go straight to the risk that is open. I'm just trying to save time. Why
okay, the only risk here that is still open is lack of engagement from team members on Neras platform. That's the only one we have open.
Okay. And that is a serious one.
Yes. So our next step, what we plan to do within the next 1 week, is the execution phase we kick off this week along each side documentation. We plan to start it on October 28th. Then the next one is creating a group in Neras platform to encourage members to be active on the platform, because we want everybody to get acquainted with Neras.com so that when we finally go into execution stage, everybody will know what we are selling out to the public. So we'll plan on creating a group which Adora Nnochi will anchor that project to open a group on Neras. Then delegate team members to check out Unilag and Yabatech. Every member is on this, but on October 29, we are going to go out to check out those universities and know how we are going to go about it. Additional note, we created another full project plan after our request for timeline extension was approved. And this is our project plan. This is our project plan, which we have added the extended time to each. And I think our team is supposed to have sent it to Mr. Charles for awaiting approval. So thank you very much.
Thank you for this. Another project plan, which is the second baseline. That is one thing. You guys are quite proactive on this, and I'm very happy. I want other teams to emulate. It's not just approving for the extension. That extension should be captured in another. Your project should be baseline. I know it's difficult, it's time consuming, but it's not. That is a project. How to run a project. You are a big man. A project manager is a big man. You don't just become a big man by doing nothing. Okay, that's a very good presentation and quite very good. Let's give others a a chance to present Hope. I'm quite happy with your presentation.
Okay, good evening once again, Mr. Charles.
Okay.
My team member will be sharing. Are you ready? He will be sharing the screen while I present.
Okay.
On participation, I want to say in as much as you have seen my efforts, but I was able to get 2 additional people to support me. And within the team as well, they've made number of efforts. So it would be totally unfair to take the entire credit for the success of the team so far.
Good.
So,
thank you for that.
Yes.
Because of the time delay, I want us to move faster because we still have the Northern group. They are still raising their hand, and we need to end this by before 8:30. We should be done.
Okay. Okay, let me see how fast I can go. On scope, the project is online. Is on scope. The schedule, there's delay in the timeline, which was made a request for extension. On budgets, the budget was allocated. There's no budget allocated for this project, so we're actually using resources, human resources, to work on the project. Can you scroll up, please? Ezendo, can you scroll up? Ezendo, can you scroll up? Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I guess it's his network.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's not a problem. What matters to me is the effort every team is making.
Okay.
Because if we don't start doing this, we wouldn't know where everybody or team are struggling.
Okay, let me just continue with my. Okay, he's back. The milestone status, platform localization is still in progress. Awaiting. We sent out questionnaires and we've not really gotten the number we would have loved to use, but we've gotten some responses, but not as much as we want for the questionnaires. Then the marketing strategy is still in progress to be completed soon. Customer support not started yet, to be completed once the questionnaire compilations is completed. Then risk and issue management, delay. Can you go up on risk and issue? Scroll up.
Only open risk I want to look at.
Okay, the open risk we have is, scroll up, please. The open risk we have is lack of engagement from team members on the NERAS platform, because looking at the platform, looking at the group, we are about 50 of us, but unfortunately, consistently, what we have is about 16, 17 actively participating. We've not gotten to 20. But I know you request for attendance, and attendance is attached to this report at the end of it. That's the major open risk we have. Then the next step, I don't know if you want to, project documentation for executing. For the execution phase, this is handled by team members. Creating a platform to encourage team members to be active. That is supposed to be handled by Idude, but I made corrections. I guess the version he's sharing does not have the correction. Checking out campus, that's handled by Innocent Idibia, but I guess as well the correction here was not reflected on his notes. Then additional notes, request for project timeline. So I've requested for project timeline, but what I got from you is thumbs up, and from what you have taught in this class, a thumbs up does not mean an approval, because I need a written approval to know that you've given an approval for the project extension. So we are waiting for that to help us baseline the project and replan.
The thumbs up is I've seen it. Need to go through it, and other team will tell you that I've given them approval. I give approval.
Okay, so we are still waiting for your approval.
It's just acknowledgement.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's very well. That's good. Chrissy, I admire your courage. You know, the major problem the people in diaspora is having is nonchalant attitude. I don't care attitude. I'm here, I know what I'm talking about, because they always feel that, well, we always have option. I can always get a job. Even if this doesn't work, I can always, even so many of us doing a menial job, after all, we're always getting paid.
Yeah.
The people in Nigeria, you can see people in Nigeria are beating you people. You know the reason? Because so many of them are taking this as their last resort for breakthrough.
Yes.
And they want to break this through. And so many of you is like somebody living in the river, they are dirty people. Because they always feeling that there is water, I will go and fetch water, I will go. People who come from very far place, fetch water, go, and people within the river are not fetching the water, they are not taking their bath, they always saying water are with procrastination. And that is it. And you see people in Nigeria will start getting project management job from Nigeria, making money, and you people living there are doing menial job. Because you can always get that menial job all the time you want it. You forget that you have master's degree, that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. So many of you have PhD, and this is not what you're supposed to be doing. I've handled so many PhD holders in my class, and they are doing care job. So we should take this seriously. And the fact is that you people there are even benefiting from people in mind, because so many jobs out there they are not going to give out remotely. You can get it, but people in Nigeria can only get the one they give out remotely.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, Chrissy. I'm quite proud of you, your doggedness and everything. So let's give
thank you, sir.
The people from the north opportunity to present before we go. I'm sorry we don't have time, but let's make it snappy, because I have another class waiting for me by 8:30. So, Yobe, if you can, I know you are you are a very sharp project manager. So, carry on.
Let me just go ahead and share my screen. Good evening, sir. My name is Iwo Bay. I'm Waina from Team Lead for Northern Group. Let me see. Okay. So yes, this is a weekly project. Apologies, sir, for not presenting last week due to error on our part. So we want to apologize for that. So I'm just going to move ahead.
It's okay. I've been following every group. The Northern Group. This is a new branded Northern Group. I've handled so many projects. Northern people always come last, but at this point, the Northern people are coming first. So one-off mistake is not, I'm not gonna judge you for one-off mistake. So I'm not gonna take that credit away from you guys.
Thank you very much, sir. Since we barely have 4 minutes to go, I would just skip project description, objectives, current phase. Okay, for our current phase, we are the execute phase, where we're doing our documentation for platform localization is completed, marketing campaign execution completed, user acquisition also too completed. Customer support setup is incomplete because there are some setting components that document did not contain. So those in charge were asked.
Let's see the risk you people have.
Okay. Let me just move on. Okay, this is our risk and issue. One of the risks is slow pace of leadership changeover.
The open risk.
Okay, most of our risks are closed for now. That's the risks we had last week. We've been able to close them because we had a meeting on yesterday. We had a meeting yesterday, so we're able to close our risk. We don't have any for now open, but I know we'll definitely have some after this class. We're going to have some later. Then we have the next steps for our project is to revise customer support setup documentation, which I talked about, implement marketing strategy campaign, due dates. We have under project sponsor advisement, because we want to hear from you, sir, before we start on that also. Then approach influencers. We've sent you our list for vetting, so we could just start with our influencer list and go ahead with that. Then for our additional notes, we had our hybrid meeting finally. Our hybrid meeting was on Sunday. All the northern states were in attendance. We're all able to meet. This is us. This is us here. This is the team from Kanu. This is the team from Jos. We had the team from Kwara. We also had the team from Kaduna. So everybody was in attendance for our hybrid meeting. And I also want to say that we've been seeing quite a progress in our meeting attendance and also team engagements. So far, 2 people who hadn't attended meetings, we saw them attending meetings last week, and they've been cooperating in group activity. Also want to say that has been helping, and that's improvement on our own part in our group. And well, I've been taking attendance. I've not sent any attendance to you, sir, but attendance have been going on in the group, which also has attached review for everybody's participation. The attendance has a review for everybody's participation. So that's it so far. That's our progress, sir.
That's very good. You presented well, and you're on camera, and you are very calm, very professional, and that's added points for the people that presented with camera, and I'm very happy with overall performance. If you say that you don't like the presentation this night, then it means you don't like good team. You can see the team, this boot camp is getting matured on daily basis, on weekly basis, and that's what we are looking at. We want where you go out and start smashing, start presenting. And the sky is, above the sky is your limit if we continue like this. By the time we give more presentation like this, we are going to be very powerful. Thank you, and we are going to engage tomorrow in our business analysis class. I have another class, and I'm going to leave you guys. If I leave, if you want, you can continue to collaborate, but I'm leaving. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.